Hi, I'm Thomas, aka Mach2 Images on Instagram and on Flickr, and I am one of those guys that you'll see at the airport with a big camera. I've been into photography since maybe about 2008, 2009 when I was in high school, and I've been shooting aviation since about maybe 2017. My now wife and I moved to Phoenix in the summer of 2016, and it really didn't take long for me to realize that where we lived was really only about maybe 30 minutes away from Luke Air Force Base. And after that, everything just kind of took off, pun intended. And in those 5 short years, I have had absolutely amazing opportunities. Arizona is a great place if you're into aviation photography. I've shot all over the state, Tucson, Yuma, obviously all over Phoenix, Luke, and of course Mesa Gateway, just to name a few, and I met tons of people from literally all over the world in the process. So then that begs the question, why am I making this? Why make a YouTube? Well, it seems, at least in maybe the past few months or so, I've been running into a lot of really new faces, and it seems to me that they're asking me and a lot of the other people that I shoot with a lot of the same questions. How do I edit? What's a layer mask? Is insert camera body here good enough to shoot airplanes? That's a whole different question. And we'll touch on gear in a later video. And most importantly, how do you know when things are coming in? You always seem to know when something really cool is going to be at the airport. How is this even possible? Well, hopefully these videos will help to answer some of those questions. The next question that I get asked a lot is, what do I shoot on? Well, I shoot on Canon. I shoot on the old 7D Mark I. I realize there's a newer version out, but I've been shooting with my old trusty 7D Mark I, and I shoot on a 70 to 300 millimeter lens. Again, that's just been my setup for several years now. And yeah, it's a little old, but it still works great. But at least for me, I want to be very clear. I know there are a lot of people in the Phoenix area that consider themselves a spotter. Now, I myself do not consider myself a spotter. That may be an unpopular opinion, but there, I said it. I consider myself more of an aviation photographer. What's the difference? At least in my opinion, spotting is, here's a picture of an airplane. Great, fine. Aviation photography is going beyond that. In my opinion, you're trying to tell a story with that airplane. You're saying, here's a picture of a plane and the person that flies that plane. Here's a picture of a plane and somebody that works on that plane. Here's a picture of a plane at sunset. Or here's a picture of a plane close up or at a different angle. Again, trying to go beyond, here's a picture of an airplane. But whether you're a spotter or an aviation photographer or just want to be a better photographer in general, that's what I'm here for. Knowledge is really only beneficial when you share it. And I promise that the next video will be much more exciting. We'll talk about gear, lenses, scanners, all sorts of good stuff. And I promise I will talk a lot less. So please stay tuned.